Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now, if you just recently picked up the iPad Pro 11 or 12.9 and you're looking for screen protection, and you'd like to have a paper-like experience when you're using your Apple Pencil, so you want to have a little drag there and not something that is super smooth like glass, well, this is going to be the video for you. Because today we're going to take a look at this product from Whitestone. This is Whitestone's film product that is going to give you a paper-like experience when writing on your iPad Pro. So let's go ahead and check them out. Now, we reviewed Whitestone products on the channel before, and they're durable, they last a long time, and they hold up really well. And here what we're looking at is a couple of their film products that are going to support either the iPad 12.9, and I also have one here that is for the iPad 11, right? So, and also the 10.9. Now, the cool thing about these protectors is that it's going to give you, again, a paper-like experience, right? It's going to maintain that touch sensitivity, and these things are really easy to install. But one of the key things about this is that you have to be in a dust-free environment, or if you have central air, central heat, anything that is moving air, you want to cover that up. Literally, what I do when I'm doing these in my studio is I cover the vents up, I put something on top of them so that there's no air movement whatsoever. Or just turn off the unit, but I still do both. I cover them up and turn things off. Now, the installation, which we're going to see in a couple seconds, is pretty simple. It's just 3 easy steps, and let's go ahead and unbox this so that we can see everything that's involved. So we'll pull out the 12.9, which is the one that we're going to be installing. I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and we'll see what's included. And here what you see is your screen protector. Now, this screen protector, we've seen film screen protectors in the past, and the nice thing about this is that you get 2, right? So if you do make a mistake with one, you'll be able to switch it, but they're not thin in any way. They're actually thicker. Let me see if you can hear this noise. Can you hear that? It gives you kind of a sense of how thick this material is, and you can see right here. So this is going to give you some really good protection on your screen. It has some thickness to it, and it's going to protect your iPad screen from any kind of gouges or scratches. Really simple. You remove the back. This is what you peel off once you're done on the front, once you have everything aligned. And inside, you have some other tools. And let's see what else we have. Yeah, so we have microfiber towel. We have some dust removal thingamajiggers here. So like, for example, here you have these little stickers that you can use to remove the dust. You have to have the alcohol wipes. Even if it's new, you should do this. And then you have this little squeegee that's going to allow you to squeegee things down. So let's go ahead and set it up on our iPad, brand new 2021 12.9 version. Now, the very first step in the process is to wipe down your screen. And as you can see here, I've been using my new iPad, and it gets fingerprints. It's a fingerprint magnet, especially if you're someone that likes touching the screen, even if you have the keyboard. So I'm going to wipe it down really good. And then what I'm going to use is the little microfiber towel that they have here. It's a really small one to go over. And what I'm looking for is to eliminate any kind of dust particles, lint and stuff like that could be there. So I'm going to be inspecting this multiple times during the installation. But what you see right here is that this is what it should look like, right? You'll notice it doesn't look like there's anything there. I'll leave this on here because what I'll do is I'll go over it a couple times before I actually put the actual screen protector on it. But this is the level of cleanliness that you want. And then what you have is those little stickers. We'll keep them on the side just in case we need it. I'm only going to use it if I find a speck that I can't remove. So let's get now the film ready. All right, so the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to peel the screen just like this. You can see how that looks. I got the back removed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this a little bit on the side because it's a little bit difficult for me to see right there, and I'm going to place it on the screen. Now, when you do this, make sure that you're not pulling on this, right? So you're lifting and pressing, and you'll notice that as soon as you put it down, it's going to stick really quick. And the reason why you don't want to pull is because the adhesive on the screen protector will get ruined. So I'm looking to get a decent alignment, and I'm looking at my corner over here. I want to get it as close to the corner as I can, so I'm looking at this corner, and then I'm looking at the top, right? So what I'll do is I'll run my finger right here to make sure that it's not on top. So I'm just checking this right here to see what it looks like. And right now, that looks pretty good, right? So, and you'll notice that it already started to rest on it. Now, you don't want to pull, right? So even though there's an air bubble there, I'm good. All I want to do now is I want to make sure that these sides are even, right? They're evenly aligned. And then what I'll do is I'll put my finger here and I'll start to pull this back. Let me go ahead and inspect it one more time. All right, so now as you take a closer look, you'll see that I'm pretty happy where the alignment is. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start pulling the film back and letting it come down. Now, I'm not going to press hard on it because as it's coming down, I'm actually looking for any divots, right? So you notice how it's coming down right there. And what I'm going to look at is as I rub my finger here on the sides, I'm looking to see if it's kind of like overlapping. And it feels really good. I'm not worried about this bubble yet, but what I'm looking for is any kind of dust that could be trapped. Like that could be a dust particle right there because it has a little dimple. And if it is one, what I'm going to do is lift it. And let's double check. We'll use a little squeegee to see if it is one. No, it's not. And you don't want to press too hard because as you're squeegeeing things out, you can actually embed the actual dust itself on the screen. You don't want to do that. I'm just doing this just to inspect. And it looks like I may have something here. No, we're good. I'm just checking that over there. That looks pretty good. That bubble we'll take out. Not worried about it at all. I'm going to continue to pull this back, and I'm looking for dust. There's dust right there on top. You can see even with the fan off and the central air off, there's always something in the air. So then what I'm inspecting are the sides. I just want to make sure that the sides are good. And I'm pulling, and now I'm removing it. All right. So now this is what it looks like. I have some bubbles right here and on the corner. You notice that there's nothing anywhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little squeegee here to push this bubble away. I'm not pressing hard, right? Because this is air. And if there was another bubble somewhere, what I would do is I'd work towards it as well. And you could actually hear it lifting. It's actually lifting as the bubble is being pushed out. All right. And now the bubble's gone. Now I'm going to look over here, and I'm going to work this bubble out. I'm going to work it towards the side. Gone. Do the same thing over here. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right. That looks good. So let me put it in an angle so you can see. I'm getting a lot of reflection from the overhead. But you can see what it looks like right there. No bubbles. Everything looks good. I have one right here that I'm going to inspect. And let's make sure that that isn't anything right there. We'll push it out. It's gone. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and power it up, and then we'll remove the top film. Okay, and that way you can see what the overall experience is. So far, pretty good install. Notice no bubbles, nothing under the screen. So far, flawless. So take your time on the top alignment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right, so there's what the iPad looks like. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the top film. All right, there's a top film coat. I'm going to push it up, pull it off. I'm noticing that as I'm doing that, and let's go ahead and turn this off. Over here in the corner, you can see it raised up a little bit, which is normal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push this away. Okay, that looks good. Pulling this off. All right, that's what it looks like. All right. It has kind of some grit to it. It's interesting. All right, bring it up. Yeah. So it literally does feel like paper. It feels like you're touching paper. That's really cool. And let me put it so you can hear. Hear that? That's the actual, I guess, I don't want to call it friction, but resistance that is being created by it. Now, from an image perspective, I don't really see any impact to the image. You know, the glare is still there somewhat, and I'm just looking at my side monitor to see how much of it's coming up. Let's take a look at one of the videos I was editing just a couple seconds ago in LumaFusion. Okay, so this is for an upcoming projector review, and we'll blow this guy up. And you can see the quality there. That still looks good. Doesn't look like it's impacted anything. All right. I think this is a winner. Now, we can't complete this review without testing out the Apple Pencil and see if its paper-like experience actually is true to what we've experienced so far. So I have my Apple Pencil. We're going to do a test. This is a test. Wow. It has good friction. It does feel like it's paper. It doesn't glide the way it did before on the screen. So this feels like paper. And it does. Wow, pretty cool. So, It doesn't impact the screen. It gives you just enough resistance for your Apple Pencil so that you can have that paper-like experience. And it's simple to install. So guys, that concludes our review of the Whitestone, right? Of the Whitestone Dome Premium Film Protector for the iPad Pro. Remember, it's available for the 12.9, for the 11, as well as some of the other versions as well. Any of the Apple products that you'd like to have a paper-like writing experience. See you in the next one.